Dr. Latoya. Come on up front, sis. Come on. Come on. Kolby, you might as well come on up too. Kimberly, you can stay right by the door because we're going to excuse you very quickly, okay? The door. What's good, y'all? Welcome and welcome back to the channel. I'm Tammy. This is Tammy Talks. We are here to talk Love and Marriage Detroit, Season 2, Episode 2, The Book of Revelations. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, thumbs up the video, leave your comments down below because I feel like it's a good amount to talk about with this episode. So we pick up right where we left off, where we are at Bravo's restaurant for the anniversary of District 67, 78 Bravo spot. Okay, so the Dobines came in with all the wrong energy. It was very negative. I clocked Kimberly being lame last episode, and she like solidified that for me even more so this episode. So while Kimberly and Kristina are going back and forth, Latoya is sitting there smirking, right? Because she is reveling in this. Because Dr. Latoya Thompson has an issue with Kristina that none of us know what it is or understand fully. The issue that Kristina and Kolby had last season, I personally was on Kristina's side. I thought Kolby overreacted. If you are on Kolby's side and you think Kristina was wrong, that's fine too. But those are the only two people that should have been in that equation. Latoya inserted herself. So she has an issue with Kristina. So for you to sit here and smirk when you brought this woman in, knowing she had an issue with Kristina, and you're pleased with ruining somebody's dinner, it's not very mindful, very demure, very cutesy. That's not what is given, Dr. Latoya, at all, right? So Kimberly immediately says, well, look, we used to be friends, talking to Kristina, and she goes on to tell this story. And I'm like, bet. Let's find out what the issue is. Do y'all know what Kimberly said the issue is? Do y'all know what Kimberly said the issue is? Well, I was at your birthday dinner. And there was a girl that said that you have an Android and your husband have an Android and y'all both are meant for each other because y'all like mediocre things. Girl, I said, I know you effing lying. I know your issue, Kimberly. I know it. Lord, please, somebody, please tell me that your issue is not the fact that somebody made an Android joke. So she expected Kristina, I guess, to come over and check her friends. Don't you dare say anything about an Android. Girl, what? What? Come on now. Come on now. Look, the Android iPhone war is just something that happens. Me, myself, personally, I am Team Apple, okay? I'm Team iPhone. I have been since the iPhone 5, right? I have friends that have Androids. Yes, I get at them because you are ruining the group chat with your green text bubble. But it is nothing for you to fall out with somebody over. If y'all fell out over the fact that her friends made a joke about you having an Android, Kristina, Kimberly, you are simple. You're simple. That was ridiculous, sis. You doing all this over you having an Android? Talking about your friends call me cheap. What heifer are you? Are you cheap? Because if you're not cheap, why does it matter? You are not that pressed. I'm sorry, but you are not that pressed. So you're mad at Kristina. Kristina told Kimberly where you were trying to ruin my birthday. And I feel like, yes, if you're causing an argument, if you're getting into a who, what, which, whatever, over a phone joke, yes, you are trying to ruin her birthday. How is that her not being a good friend to you? Because I wouldn't entertain that shit either. I wouldn't entertain it either at my birthday. I guess. I guess. So then all of a sudden, Dr. Latoya pipes up and it's like, well, I invited the Dobines because they haven't been out in a while. And Kristina is like, no, we know why you invited them. You invited them to do all this. So Dr. Latoya is like, well, I didn't know that this would happen. She told you, Kimberly told you, Latoya, remember when y'all were eating steaks on your knees? She told you that she had an issue with Kristina. You knew that. And you still brought her because you want to try to, like y'all see on reality TV, ice her out. You want to try to push Kristina out. I don't know if it's because Latoya feels that she should be the star of the show, her and Anthony. I don't know what it is. But Latoya, you're giving very fugazi, my good sis. This is not a good look for you, Dr. Thompson, at all. So then Kimberly is like, well, Kristina never reached out to me. I don't know what it is about y'all that y'all feel that Kristina has to come and bow at y'all feet. But this is now the second person that feels that Kristina should have called them. Let me tell you this. I have always been the person that calls people. I've always been the friend that reaches out. I've always been the friend that sends you a text to see how you're doing. I've always been that friend that will comment on the Instagram story. And the moment that I stopped, right? The moment that I fell back and said, Tammy, what the F are you doing? Why am I doing all the work in some of these relationships? My phone got dry. And when I would see those people in person, it became, damn, Tammy, you don't even call me no more. Damn, Tammy, you don't even text me no more. The same way, and I say it all the time, I said it last week with Kolby, the same way that this phone here, the same way that it dials out, I can receive calls as well. So if you felt a way, Kimberly, about what happened at Kristina's party, and you felt that her friends were rude because they said, hi, you got an Android. If you're that pressed about that, you should have called Kristina and said, yo, at your party, I didn't like how your friends were moving. I felt a way that they made fun of my phone. I felt that you should have said something. That is the adult conversation that should have ensued from there. But for you to say you were waiting on Kristina to reach out to you for what? What was she supposed to do? I'm sorry that my friends made fun of you not having an iPhone? Come on now. So then Kolby is sitting there and Kolby is like, but this is now the second person that feels that Kristina's a bad friend. Kolby, I think you're a bad friend. How about that? Let's move on from the dinner. Kimberly, you made a horrific entrance to the show. I will be very surprised if you have any fans at this point. If Kimberly does have fans, they are simply people that do not like Kristina. You made a terrible first impression. Horrific. So we get to Russell. Russell is working out at his gym. He apparently did buy that gym. And he said they're going to be opening soon. Kolby hates it. I don't know what Kolby wants Russell to do for work because she don't want him to do the gym. She had an issue with him going to divinity school. I forgot what it is that she wants Russell to do, but it's not those two things. So Brandon is there to work out, and after they get done working out, he's like, look, I think Latoya brought Kimberly to be messy. And Russell, Russell a little bit slow. We established that last season. Russell was like, wait, you think that Latoya brought Kimberly to go at Kristina? Yes, Russell, that's what we're saying, baby. 1 + 1 is going to always equal 2, no matter how you do it. Russell is fine, but in between his head, hello. Come on, Russell. Oh, my God. So Brandon then goes on to tell Russell that him and Kristina are in a bad space. He's like, look, I told Kristina that I wanted a divorce and she kicked me out. Russell seemed shocked that Kristina said, you want a divorce? Well, you can go on and get on out the house. Brandon is like, I'm staying with my mom. So Russell is so shocked. He's so taken aback that he starts to cry. I said, oh. Okay. What's Russell's zodiac sign? He got to be a Cancer man because there's no way. But Russell starts crying. He gets emotional. He said because he doesn't want his friends to be going through this. And yes, I understand. I have had friends that have gone through divorces, and you don't want to see something happen to somebody's marriage. You don't want to see the dissolution, okay? So we then pan over to Kristina. She's meeting up with her homegirl Chelsea, and I guess she's working on getting her vocals together or her stamina, breath control. I don't know what she was rehearsing or practicing on, but the ultimate goal is to get back on stage. So we know that Kristina is a singer, and that's kind of how I think she connected with Brandon. She gave up her dream of singing because Brandon said, I can't be married to no artist. I'm going to say this, Kristina, that's kind of your fault. So Kristina said that she took the back seat and she decided to be a submissive wife, and so she decided that she was not going to do that. So Russell can't, I mean, excuse me, Brandon can't be married to an artist, but he's okay being married to an influencer. What's the difference, to be honest? To be honest. So while they're talking, Kristina lets Chelsea know that, Brandon don't even live in the house anymore. I've put him out. We're going our separate ways. And then she starts to talk about the stuff that she's going through with Kimberly at Bravo's dinner. So Chelsea apparently knows Kimberly, and she's like, I guess that she's heard that that is what Kimberly does. So for Kimberly to be somebody to show up to an event and start a tantrum, yeah, that kind of checks out. So we have the rumors about Kristina being a bad friend only from people on the cast. And then we have an issue with Kimberly being, Kimberly, I guess we can say. So Christina's going through it. She's emotional. It's a lot going on. Girl, Godspeed, okay? We pan over to Anthony. So Anthony is having a meeting for his men's group. Remember the men's group last year? That Marceau, did they have Marceau come and speak about in Detroit? Yes. So they're going over the outline of what's to come. They're going to be speaking at a high school. Marcel Dobine, who is Kimberly's husband, because he is a public speaker, is what he does. Part of, or one of the things that he does, he's excited. He said, you got to have a 2-year plan. Then when you achieve that 2-year plan, you have another 2-year plan. Then you build on another 2-year plan. So he got it all lined up for the boys. 2-year, 2-year, 2-year. That's how you do it. So the meeting is adjourned, and Brandon comes in because Brandon was invited to come after the meeting. So Brandon is like, so what's good? What's all this? And Anthony's like, oh, we had a men's group meeting. So Brandon is like, oh, I guess I wasn't invited. Anthony is like, you here now? Nigga, after the meeting. Like, this is what I don't like about Anthony. You know you didn't invite him to the meeting. You are saying that in your confessional, you didn't want him at the meeting because you felt that he didn't take it serious last season. Tell Brandon's ass that. Tell Brandon you didn't take it serious, and that's why I don't want you to be a part of it moving forward. Brandon, I still don't know what it is that you do over at the Star Factory. Who have you produced? Unless you're going to be teaching music to the kids, I don't know if you need to be there. But, I mean, stand on it. You didn't invite him. But don't make it seem like, well, you here as meeting adjourned and everybody is walking out. Anthony is so lame. He always got on a church suit. Oh, my God. I hate his suits. So, Anthony is like, look, I want to know if we're going to move forward with this relationship, with this friendship. Like, what's good? Brandon said, well, you were moving crazy last year. I felt like you were constantly coming at me. You were bringing in the ops. You brought in the guy that I had some beef with, or not the best relationship with when it came to the showcase. Then you cut me out of the showcase. You were very unapologetic. Remember, Anthony was telling some of Brandon's business to Kristina. Like, Anthony was doing a lot last season, fighting for that main. What did they get on here? Oh, they don't get anything like the Housewives. What's Detroit known for? He wanted a Coney dog. Is Coney dogs right? I had my first one this year when I was in Detroit earlier this year. But, like, that's what he wanted. He wanted to hold up the Coney dog like they would do on the Housewives. But Anthony was doing a lot. Anthony said he didn't do anything wrong, and I encourage him and I implore him, go back and watch last season. Anthony, you were moving crazy. You were doing a lot. You were doing a lot in regards to Brandon. You were. So they decide they're going to move forward. They're going to put their big boy boxers on, and they are going to move forward. Brandon then points out, look, Dr. Latoya brought Kimberly there to be shady towards Kristina. That's not cool. Anthony throws his wife smooth under the bus, and it's like, look, I didn't agree with that either, but that's something that she has to deal with. She has to move forward on. But he didn't like it either. He didn't like how Kimberly was behaving. And it's like, okay, Anthony, cool. I was with Brandon. I don't know if I believe you fully, but Awesome. So Brandon then decides to tell another person his business and says, look, me and Kristina are separated. We're not even in the same house right now, but I don't want you to tell Latoya because I don't want it to get back to Kimberly because, I don't need all that drama. Anthony's ass is going to pillow talk. He's definitely going to pillow talk. We are back with Kolby and Russell. So she is explaining to him how she is having extreme pelvic pain. And Russell's response was, well, you're pregnant. No, Russell, no. No. That is not the correct answer. That's not the correct answer. So Kolby is like, look, I want a push gift. Russell said this house, this car, the lights, the cable, those are all push gifts. They then talk about Bravo's event. And Kolby is like, well, Kimberly said Kristina is a bad friend, and that's all you heard. All you heard was Kristina is a bad friend. You didn't hear that this is coming off the heels of one of Kristina's friends saying, you got an Android? You didn't hear that part. Y'all just want to be mad at Kristina, and I guess I don't understand why. It doesn't make sense to me, but I guess y'all got it. Back at Latoya and Anthony's house, Latoya's coming in from a hard day in the hospital, and she's definitely in the mood. She came in with the energy. The way she kicked her shoes off was very much, okay, girl. So she goes upstairs, and she's saying how so much is going on. She has to manage people at work. She has to manage this family, and he's like, you don't manage me. So Dr. Latoya is like, so what did you do for dinner? He was like, I bought the kids dinner. See, that's what I'm talking about. You should have cooked. The kids need healthy food. And I was with him. You can buy healthy dinner too. What did he buy? Did he buy pizza? Did he go stop at McDonald's and get the kids that? Like, you can buy healthy food. You can. How you know he didn't go out and buy like a salad? Maybe he went and got like some broiled chicken for the kids with some vegetables. Like, what did he buy that she is this about? I don't get it. So Anthony brings up Bravo's event. Latoya said that she has no opinion on whether Kimberly and Kristina are friends because they really don't bother me none. What do you mean you don't have an opinion on it? Sure you do. I'm sure you do. You had an opinion when you were smoking when it was happening. Latoya is so fake to me, y'all. She is so fake. She likes to do this whole, I don't like drama, I don't get into anything. And I'm glad that they played those flashbacks of Latoya saying that I don't do drama, I don't get involved in this. You bringing Kimberly around is you feeding into the drama, though, Latoya. I don't think she quite understands that. Come on, doctor. Come on, doctor. Let's get it together. Let's use our thinkers. We have to. So Anthony is like, look, do you think it's okay for Brandon and Kristina to now feel like outsiders in the group? Latoya doesn't answer because she doesn't care. Because remember, Latoya ran up on Kristina at her, was it like a Bible study event? I think it was. And she tried to check Kristina, and Kristina checked her ass very nice, nasty at that event. And Dr. Latoya wasn't prepared for that. I think Latoya might be used to people kissing her ass, and Kristina is not. And that's where the issue is falling, in my opinion. My opinion. So Anthony is like, look, I want to talk to Kristina so I can just, figure, see where she's at. And Latoya is like, why? For what? I don't have anything to talk to her about. She don't want to talk to you either, Latoya. Again, the animosity, the anger, the vitriol that Latoya has for Kristina just does not make sense. It doesn't make sense. Is there a deleted scene that they can show us? Because what we saw on last season is not giving what Latoya thinks. It's not. Latoya then tells Anthony, if you want to talk to her, fine. But remember, they said that we were up in their business. Y'all were in their business. Y'all were. So when Anthony is like, well, her and Brandon, aren't going through the best time, Latoya smirks again. She would love nothing more than for her and Anthony to be the top couple. Literally nothing more. So she tells him, look, go on and talk to her. But, I don't want it to come around that we're inserting ourselves into their business. Latoya, girl, go pour a glass of wine because my God. So then we get to Kolby. So Kolby is having a gender reveal. This cute little thing that she's doing. Kolby likes to say she's an influencer. She reminds us. I feel like the stuff that she was doing was very basic. Like, I don't know. I know that influencing doesn't have to be grand and over the top, but she was like, yeah, I have a videographer. You had somebody that had a boom arm on their phone just like go around. I just feel like that's stuff that she could have did herself. But maybe they added some graphics and all that stuff to it. So Kolby is going on and on about how she wants a boy because she wants to have a child that is obsessed with her the same way that their daughter Kendall is obsessed with Russell. Look, okay, let me finish the scene, then I'll get to it at the end. So the gender reveal is. Oh wait, before that, so Kolby has a friend named Chelsea. Chelsea is asking Kolby, like, why are you being so hesitant? Like, what's good? And Kolby is like, well, at her first gender reveal from their daughter Kendall, when they found out that it was going to be a girl, she got a lot of backlash and negative feedback for how she behaved. So that is the preference. Like, that's setting the scene for us. That's setting the tone. So they do the gender reveal. They include their daughter, where they come out, and it's a teddy bear. You know, those little teddy bears that can talk. They have their daughter, Kim. I think she's like 2 or 3. She presses the teddy bear's hand, and he says, hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. I am a girl. Russell's excited. Kendall's excited. She has a baby sister now. And all over Kolby's face, girl, is written all over your face. You don't have to say a word. Despair, devastation, anger, annoyance, irritation, like all over it. Now, I'm watching this like, okay. Kolby doesn't look remotely happy. Kolby doesn't even, she's so upset that she can't even muster a fake smile. So after everybody leaves, she's talking to Russell, and she's like, girls are a lot of work. I don't want to have another girl. You have to worry about their hair, whatever. It's okay to have a preference. She does not want to be pregnant again. She said Russell has the freedom to just go, go, go. And Russell was like, I'm at work. Like, I'm literally at work. What are you even talking about? And she's like, yeah, but you have the freedom to go, go, go. And she's like, look, I don't want to have another kid. I thought this would be a boy and we would be done. So Russell was like, well, look, you want to hurry up and get this done? After you have this baby, 6 months later, we try again. And I was with her. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Now, I'm not a mother. I have never been pregnant. I do not have kids. Okay, so let's just want to level set that. There is nothing wrong with having a preference, right? If I could snap my fingers and have a baby right now, I would prefer a son too, right? But if I snapped my fingers and I had a baby girl, a little mini TammyTalks, I would be excited about that as well. There's nothing wrong with having a preference, but I do think it's how you handle the announcement. You know what I mean? I feel like what Kolby should have done is did this privately between the two of them. So then when it was time for you to film and put this on camera, you were already prepared, because think about how now, 10 years from now, that little girl might see this and pull this up. I heard my mommy and daddy used to be on TV. Let's pull it up. And they're going to see this episode and see the fact that they are having a daughter, and you're irritated because you don't think you can bond with your daughter the way you can bond with your son? What is going on here? Maybe that baby feels your negative energy. Maybe Kendall feels your negative energy. Did you think about that? The way that Kolby is handling this is terrible. I'm sorry, but it's terrible. It is okay to have a preference. It is okay to be disappointed if you wanted one gender over the other, but it should be like a snap decision, right? Be happy that you're having a healthy baby. Be happy that all the legs in there, all the fingers, all the toes, all that type of stuff. This is not a good look, Kolby. It's not a good look. And I also feel like if you don't want no more kids, don't have any more. Go get, is it a surrogate issue? Just, y'all gonna have to come to a conversation about that. If Russell wants to keep trying for a son, I don't know. But the way that you are handling this, you're so irritated that you can't even smile. I always cringe when I watch the videos of the gender reveals and you see like the mother is so pissed that she's like throwing the cake over and she's kicking over all this stuff and she's that irritated that she's not getting the gender that she wants. This was a bad look, Kolby. This made you look horrific. I'm sorry, but this was a bad look. Oh my God. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode. Subscribe to the channel, thumbs up the video. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.